I did not want National Infertility Week to pass me by without sharing my story. It's a long one, so buckle up. Let's just go through a timeline, shall we? In June of 2021, we originally were supposed to get married in June of 2020. Obviously, we all know what happened then. So I would say for that first year, we weren't not trying, but we were not serious about trying. Flash forward to 2022, we were again having fun, going on trips, but I was definitely trying harder this time. I was using the OPK strips. I was using Pre-Seed, Mucinex, anything that the internet said to do, I did it. I also kind of figured out some hormone imbalances that I had, and I got on a in 2023, I was like, I'm going to see a fertility doctor. In January, I called the doctor and they're like, yeah, let's start some testing. Right before my first, I think, like saline ultrasound, I ended up getting a pregnancy test. And being naive, this is my first pregnancy test. So, of course, I thought, I'm pregnant. And I told pretty much my whole group of friends because I saw them that day and it was something that I just couldn't keep in. Turns out it was a chemical pregnancy, which I had no idea existed at that time. So, naturally, that baby didn't happen and I went on to work with my fertility specialist. So first course of action was IUIs. I did 3 of them and I did want to really like give IUIs a really good shot because I thought like of course this is going to work. Like I'm not doing IVF. I have no known issues. Me and my husband are for all intents and purposes like really healthy. I did not understand why me? I truly did not believe I was going to be that friend who had to do IVF. So, 3 fail. I had to do 3 egg retrievals in order to get 7 untested embryos. My first 2 egg retrievals, I got 1 embryo from each of them. My third one was much more successful. I think we ended up finding like a good mix of medicine. End of 2023, we were ready to do transfers. So starting that January, I started a series of transfers. And of course, because I was very naive, I thought, of course, my egg retrievals did not go as planned, but transferring has to, right? Again, I have no known issues. Well, I would say this was probably, while it wasn't as intense as egg retrievals are because there's less medicine, mentally it was a lot more tough because I went through a lot. So my first embryo transfer, nothing happened. Second embryo transfer, had a chemical pregnancy. Third embryo transfer, I was pregnant. Again, didn't see a world where this wasn't going to be a viable baby. And sure enough, at my heartbeat ultrasound, there was no heartbeat and I had to have a DNC. And at this point, I am just trudging along in 2024. I go in for my 4th embryo transfer and nothing happens. I'm at this point considering new doctors. I have new appointments, but I still have 3 embryos left and I did not want to have to go through moving them. So I'm like, I'm just going to go through what I have and then I will consider my move. My 5th embryo transfer finally worked and it was filled with so much anxiety. I know that I'm just lying out a timeline, but I cannot emphasize enough how mentally effed up I was over this. And thankfully, I ended up having a beautiful baby boy. Everything was perfect. And then 11 months later, I did fall pregnant naturally. I am 18 weeks pregnant now. So I feel like if it wasn't for TikTok, if it wasn't for my community, I never would have made it through this timeline. I can tell you that right now. Reach out to your friends, get support because it is something that I don't think is talked enough about. And it is something that will completely rock your world.